When a cardiologist or a neurologist needs to identify a pathology, they rely on physical evidence. They run blood panels or look directly inside the body using a scan. The resulting data is objective. Psychiatry lacks a scanner for the mind. In this field, the primary diagnostic instrument is the clinician, and the interview room serves as the laboratory. This creates a unique clinical challenge. A doctor must ask a complete stranger to sit in a chair and voluntarily reveal their deepest, most painful vulnerabilities to someone they just met. Lowering these psychological defenses requires a highly deliberate, scientifically grounded methodology. The modern psychiatric encounter utilizes a meticulously engineered environment. From the exact layout of the room to the strategic pauses in conversation, every detail aims to bypass human defense mechanisms and establish immediate trust. The clinical process begins with the empty room. Textbooks mandate that the space remain neutral, private, and unhurried to create a baseline of safety before the patient even arrives. Within this space, one mechanical requirement is paramount: the exact placement of the clinician and patient chairs. This protocol defines the geometry of the room. Clinical standards require the chairs to be positioned at a 90-degree angle. A 180-degree alignment, where chairs directly face each other, mimics an interrogation, triggering a defensive response. That a 90-degree angle allows the patient to comfortably break eye contact and look into a shared open space, promoting a collaborative atmosphere. Mastering this physical geometry subconsciously lowers psychological barriers before the interview even begins. As the patient enters, the clinician begins the opening phase, a window covering the first 5 to 10 minutes of the encounter. During these first minutes, the clinician must project a stance of empathy. They maintain professional boundaries while demonstrating unconditional positive regard for the patient. The doctor typically asks a single, broad, open-ended question and then deliberately stops speaking. This introduces the clinical technique of managing silences. While often uncomfortable for beginners, silence remains an essential diagnostic maneuver. By refusing to fill the conversational void, the clinician forces the patient to take the lead. This pressure encourages the patient to prioritize the specific issues that are most distressing to them. The clinician listens for two distinct layers of communication. The spoken words constitute the manifest content, while the deeper, unspoken emotions form the latent content. Observing how a patient breaks a silence, including their hesitation and their eventual topic choice, reveals this hidden latent content to the clinician. Silence functions as a specialized extraction tool. It transfers narrative power to the patient and anchors the newly formed clinical alliance in active listening. 10 minutes into the session, the patient is usually speaking freely. The clinician has successfully established the necessary clinical alliance. This engineered trust serves as the necessary prerequisite for the medical investigation that follows. With the patient's defenses dismantled, the clinician can now begin the anamnesis, the formal and structured psychiatric history. The clinician now begins to systematically collect a massive data set. This includes detailed symptom timelines, family histories, and social dynamics. The psychiatric interview follows a rigorous, structured scientific procedure, where human connection serves as the core diagnostic technology.